Thank you for watching Teresa Graham Politics TV. Let's take a closer look at the current state of food prices as outlined in this video, which examines Trump's impact on food costs.
On this Friday night, could you call it cleanup on aisle 47? What they are now saying about a tariff turnaround for some of the most popular foods on your grocery list.
As the president backs down on tariff hikes on imports of coffee, bananas, and beef, he just signed a handful of new trade deals in the last 24 hours and is slashing Swiss tariffs from 15% to 15% from 39%.
Republican from Texas, Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, who sits on the House Small Business Committee. Congresswoman, thanks for being with us. The news just dropped here in the last hour or so, pulling back tariffs on a lot of the items that you and I and our audience here on News Nation or those listening to us on Sirius XM shop for. And it feels like, and I don't know if you see it differently, that this is an admission that the policy isn't working and it's driving up prices.
No, I think what this is a administration that has its ears open, that recognizes how you negotiate. You got to be able to pivot. You got to be able to be flexible and understand that you can try one strategy, and it has been completely successful. But they are trying one strategy. They're also pulling back on some that aren't working, as opposed to doubling down, which is what we see Democrats do with the Affordable Care Act. You've got an administration that recognizes, hey, we need to make sure that we are supplying, in ease for the price of beef, for coffee, for bananas, for textiles, for some pharmaceuticals.
So
and they're
why do you
pulling
think
back.
inflation?
This is the art of negotiation. It is not putting out one strategy and even when it's not working, refusing to change it. This is showing how flexible and how responsive this administration is.
Why do you think inflation went from 2.4% in March before quote unquote Liberation Day to 3% now?
I think there's a number of reasons. I mean, one, we're looking at, when we're trying to get our tax bill passed, and businesses that are trying to figure out if they're going to invest, if they're going to spend, if they're not. You also had a number of countries while they were waiting to find out if they're going to have a trade agreement with us. In addition to being on the Small Business Committee, I'm also on Ways and Means, and I'm on the Trade Subcommittee. And I will tell you, looking at the 4 years under the Biden administration, where their trade policy was basically dead, you've got Ambassador Greer, you've got you've got Trump that are going out there and they are knocking these out one by one, but they are being very strategic. There's obviously a plan, and that plan is working to try to decrease people's costs. This is the whole purpose of our tax bill.
To be clear, inflation went up 22% in the 4 years during the Biden administration. So it's not like this is an overnight problem, but prices are rising. And I was going through the Fed's beige book, which goes all over the country, and they talk to people and they look at what's happening and hear what's happening. You represent parts of the Dallas, Fort Worth area, the suburbs to the north there. And here's what is happening in the Dallas district, Congresswoman. They describe it as economic activity flat. Loan demand higher, retail sales lower, wage growth as modest, employment as dropping, and manufacturing prices as going higher. How do you look at this as success with that as the backdrop in your backyard?
Yeah, I don't know who they are, but I'm also looking at, you're getting Fortune 500 companies that are moving here left and right from places like California, Illinois, and New York. And we just had a job fair in August where we had over 500 businesses that are hiring people. They had over 33,000 job openings. This is what's happening. You're looking at energy prices being some of the lowest that we have seen in a decade. That is as a direct result of these policies, as a direct result of the strategy to look at making sure that we are decreasing people's costs and making sure they've got more money in their pockets. Now, we just passed this one big, beautiful bill. The effects of that are just now starting to take place. And whether or not that is outside investment of trillions of dollars into our economy or businesses that are hiring and they're paying more in salaries, this will take time. This was 4 years of basically a war on American business and on the American economy by Biden that we are trying to climb our way out of. This will take a little bit of time. It's not going to turn on a dime. But if you look at prices on energy, you look at prices on eggs, you look at
how much time do you think it? How much time do you think it?
Not increasing.
How much time do you think it can take?
Well, I will tell you, yeah, I cannot exactly tell you, but I will tell you the 43 days of our government shutdown did absolutely not help. You want to have people have a resilience. You want to have them have faith in security in our economy. And shutting down the government by our Democrat colleagues absolutely did not help. But we're back open now. We're going to be moving forward, and you're going to see the effects of our massive tax bill start to get some benefit, and that will definitely help. But working hand in glove with the administration, who is being flexible, who's recognizing what the problems are, and are willing to tackle them, I think says a lot about President Trump and the folks that he's picked for his cabinet.
We appreciate your viewership on Teresa Graham Politics TV. Subscribe, like, and share.